gasp, right? My dears, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Today's video is a MAC 217 dupe that I have recently discovered. It is no surprise to anyone who's been watching my channel for quite some time that I absolutely adore the MAC 217 brush. This is basically my ultimate favorite blending brush or eyeshadow brush or whatever. But unfortunately, this little guy is a whopping $25. It is so expensive, but it's built to last. I have explained that in my brushes video. It is a very, very well built brush. It is perfection. It blends out my eyeshadow wonderfully. It is one of those brushes that you can literally do an entire eye look with, which is what I've done today. And because we're here for this dupe, I have found its like sister or its like clone dupe or whatever, and it is a brush by Coastal Scents. It is the BR250, and I think this brush looks identical to the 217. You can totally tell that the dupe is a little bit on the longer side than the MAC 217, but only by a bit. They are both natural hair brushes. The only slight difference I could feel is that the dupe or the Coastal Scents brush is way, way softer and a lot more flimsy. The MAC 217 is a little bit more dense or tightly packed, therefore making it a little bit rougher. So I'm gonna quit my babbling and let's just get right into it. Yes. Okay, so here we go. I do have a couple of things that I want to mention that I'm gonna do like in between each color. I've got one of those like color changing things, and I will also mention that I have a standard fluffy brush to blend things out, but other than that, I will only be using these two brushes to complete this eye look today. On this side, we're going to do the Coastal Scents dupe, and then on this side, we are going to use the actual MAC 217. Never tested this before. It'll be fun to see if they both can like keep up with one another. So yeah, let's do this. As always, I am going to start with primer. Today I am using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer, and I'm going to prime my eyes one eye at a time. To set my eyeshadow primer, I'm going to go into the shade Beaches and Cream, and I'm basically just going to apply that all over my lid. And I don't know if you saw that, but that brush just shed on me. Okay, I am going to use the Element of Surprise palette today. I'm just going to do a very, very simple eyeshadow look. So I'm going to jump into the shade Sea Stars, and I'm basically just going to place this right into my crease. Oh, I'm having a hard time with this brush because it keeps shedding on me. Oh no, I am so bummed right now. Don't shed anymore, please. I'm getting just a little bit of skipping there. See if it does it on the other side. And like I said, the only other brush I'm going to use is just a fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to blend the edges here. Now let's do the other side. And to keep things the same, I'm going to go in with that fluffy brush and blend things out. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Silk Street, and I'm barely going to tap into this shade, and I'm going to be placing that in the outer V here. I am going to wipe off my brush just to get any additional color off so that I can blend this in nicely. I mentioned I am getting that skipping here that I don't have over here, so I'm definitely thinking that that is due to the actual brush and not the eyeshadow, which is letting me down. It just keeps letting me down. I am a little bit on the bummed side. Now for the MAC 217 side. I am gonna wipe off the brush like I did with the other one, and then blend in. Yeah, I'm definitely liking the MAC 217 side a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. Everything here just looks so blended and so like seamless. Over here, I do see a little bit of a difference in color up here. I do see a little bit of skipping part of my eye here, so I'm not I'm not sure. I'm gonna go back in with this brush to try to blend this in here. It doesn't have any product or anything like that. I just want to try to get it as perfect as possible. I started with a sparkly or shimmery shade, and I figured that that would probably be a bad idea. These don't really perform well with those shades, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it an all matte look. I'm going to go in with the shade Labyrinth, which is kind of a pinky shade, and I'm hoping that this isn't going to be too dark. And I'm basically just going to place that all over the lid. Actually, that worked out quite nicely. So, to further intense that outer corner, I'm just gonna go back into that maroon color Silk Street and just place a little bit in the outer corner here. Pick up a little bit more of Sea Stars and place it into that crease. Now on to the other side. I'm picking up a Labyrinth on my MAC 217 brush. Picking up a little bit of Silk Street to further intensify the outer corner. And then a little bit of Sea Stars for that crease. Wow. Yeah, there's a difference. Going in with that same fluffy brush one more time. For the lower lash line, I'm going to keep it very, very simple. I'm basically just going to go into Sea Stars and smudge that into the lower lash line. This one is very hard to smudge into the lower lash line because it's a lot fluffier, so I feel like I need to pinch it. Since the MAC 217 is way stiffer, it's so much easier to apply color into the lower lash line. Alright, I'm gonna do, you know, the rest of my eye stuff, such as eyeliner, mascara, and lips, and then we'll come back for the final verdict. So in the end, do I say that they are dupes? Very, very close. But I do think that on the MAC 217 brush, the eyeshadow looks way more blended than on the Coastal Scent side. You could see right here, there's still a little bit of that skipping going on, and I thought it was because of the eyeshadow, but after applying the same exact eyeshadows with a different brush on this side, I can definitely tell you it's the brush. $4.95, you can't quite beat it. Shedding is kind of annoying, but I mean, if it sheds its life away, you can just replace it for another $4. Like I said, it performed just as good. The only thing is, it didn't blend quite as nicely or as seamless, but I mean, from far away, nobody will be able to tell or notice or even care. Yeah, if you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread my love for makeup, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye! I recently went on to coastalscents.com. Surprise, surprise. So today's video, if I did this, would you still be able to tell which one was which? Probably not. I did go ahead, what am I trying to say? Okay, that's good enough.